Hello everyone. So in today's video we are going to look at how to find the angle between two planes. So let's take for example one plane which is given here in purple. So this is x plus y plus z equals to 1, and let's just take an arbitrary plane. Let's say 4 3 no, let's go to -3 and 2, and let's say this is equals to 0, and let me just change the color so that we can have a clear contrast. Let's say a green color. So now we have two planes. Let's just turn it around so we see that they do intersect at some point here, and now we want to find the angle between these two planes. So what we need to do is to first find the points perpendicular to the plane, and we already know how to do this. So for the x plus y plus z, the point that is directly on top of the plane is going to be 1 1 1. Let's just rotate this a little bit. So now this is the red line here, so let's just change a little bit more. And here you can clearly see that the red point is in fact directly on top of the purple plane. Okay, so now let's go to the second plane, which is 4x minus 3y plus 2z. We know the points. This is going to be 4 minus 3 and plus 2. Okay, so let's just rotate it a little bit here. So yeah, so here we see that this orange point here is perpendicular, directly perpendicular to the plane. So we have to remember that this point 1 1 1, for example, or 4 minus 3 2 is actually also a vector. It is a vector that has a tail at the origin. Okay, so now in order to find the angles between the two planes, we just have to simply take the dot product of these two vectors, and then we will be able to find the angle between the two planes. So let's pause if you want and try to work it out on your own before we look at the answers. Now if you look at the figure on the left here, we have 2 points, one which is in red, and let's call this as A. So A is 1 1 1, which is the point on top of the plane x plus y plus z in this purple color. And we call the point that is on top of the other plane as B, and B is 4 minus 3 2. So we have to remember that this point is actually also a vector from the origin, where the tail is at the origin here. So in order to find the overlap between the two planes, it is sufficient to look at the overlap of these two vectors, which we call as OA and OB. So the first thing we do is to find the magnitude of the vector OA, which is square root of 3. This is very straightforward. And the magnitude of OB, which is equals to square root of 29. So with these two magnitudes, we can use the values and evaluate the dot product, which is now A dot B equals to magnitude of A times magnitude of B times cos theta. And now A dot B, you can work this out on your own, and from there you will get the cos theta, and theta is going to be equals to 71.24. So this is quite is almost at 90 degrees, as you have seen in this figure on the left, where the vectors, they are almost perpendicular. Right, so that's what we need to do in order to find the angles between two planes. Let us recap the steps. First, we find the point which is directly perpendicular on top of the plane. So we have 2 points, and then we find the magnitude of the vector. And after that, the last step, we use the values to evaluate the dot product.